How often do you find yourself struggling to stay consistent with the things that you tell yourself that you'll do? Starting a new workout routine, building a new habit, learning a new skill. Self-discipline seems like a very hard thing. But what if the way you were approaching change and improvement was completely backwards? What if there was a way to do these seemingly challenging things that require a lot of discipline in a way that made them feel easy and almost automatic? For the longest time, I had this massive problem of not being able to follow through on the commitments that I was making to myself. I'd tell myself, I'm gonna start waking up earlier. I'm gonna start a brand new workout routine and I'm gonna follow it to the T. Or I'm gonna stop using my phone so much. I'd tell myself these things, and maybe I'd start doing them for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, if I was lucky. But what would eventually happen is I would just fall back into my old ways, and I would lose grip on that new behavior change. And this was really frustrating for me because I knew what I needed to do, right? I knew exactly the steps I needed to take, essentially, to get the result that I wanted in X domain, but I just wasn't doing those things. Now, once I discovered and applied the mindset that I'm going to share with you in this video, I kid you not, it was as if someone flicked a light switch in my mind and I could suddenly see clearly. For me, this was like a productivity awakening. Suddenly, I could see things in a way that I hadn't seen before, and I noticed how backwards I had everything. Now, this technique is not something that I came up with, okay? It's actually an ancient samurai philosophy. All I've done is taken it, I've applied it in multiple areas of my life, and I've refined it into a formula that is easy to share with others and easy to apply. I've shared this with some of my clients, with some of my friends. They've found it very helpful, and now I want to share it with you in this video. Now, the samurai, they had a saying, win beforehand. This concept emphasized the importance of careful planning and preparation. The samurai believed that victory was achieved long before the battle even began. So what they would do is they would plan and prepare so meticulously, so thoroughly, by sharpening their sword, studying the battlefield, studying their enemy, so carefully that by the time it was time to enter the battlefield, they were so confident, both mentally and physically, that success in the battle was essentially guaranteed. Applying this into modern life, here's the practical formula that you can begin to apply into any aspect of your life to think a few steps ahead of yourself. Step one is you identify the goal. So what's the change you want to make? What do you want to achieve? Step two is you identify the enemy. What's holding you back from achieving that thing? What's holding you back from making that change? Step three is you ask yourself, how do I set up my life? How do I set up my environment so that winning against this enemy becomes easy? Let's say you wanted to start waking up early and going to the gym each morning, but then you have another part of you, let's call it the lazy self, that just wants to hit the snooze button and chill in bed all morning, right? And maybe these two parts are in conflict. So the first thing you want to do is you want to identify your goal very clearly. What do you really want here? Maybe it is 30 minutes of working out in the gym by 7 a.m. Maybe that's your goal. Well, next you want to identify the enemy. What's stopping you from doing that? Well, in this case, it's the distracted, lazy self, right? The part of you that wants to hit the snooze button. So what you do is you ask yourself, how could I set up my life? How could I set up the battlefield in a way that's rigged, making it almost guaranteed that I win the battle against this lazy self? Maybe you decide that what you need to do is you need to pre-plan every workout. You need to set your alarm in the mornings across the room so you have to get up to turn it off. Maybe you prepare your workout clothes the night before so it's really easy and frictionless. You just put them on as soon as you wake up. Maybe you get a workout partner that you work out in the mornings with. Do what you can to set up your life in a way that makes the battle as easy as possible. And that's the formula. So my question for you is, where do you need to win beforehand? Where do you want to guarantee, ensure your success? So that's all for this video. If you found it helpful, make sure to click the like button. It really helps me out. And if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to subscribe. On this channel, I share a lot of insights and practical ideas that can help you become massively more productive and focused in your life. We cover topics like learning, creativity, behavior change, talk about philosophy and psychology, things like this. So if you're interested in that, make sure to click the like button, subscribe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.